What's up guys, it's the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to talk about, you guessed it, Warhammer 40k. So in this video, we are going over the Warhammer community article that showcases just a bit more as to what the brand spanking new model, Be'lakor, has to offer. So first and foremost, it is amazing that GW has revisited this amazing Demon Prince. Potentially the first Demon Prince to ever come into existence. Now, if you don't know about Be'lakor, he is a Demon Prince that you could use in Age of Sigmar as well as in 40k. Lore-wise, this guy has been around for a long time. He essentially tricked the Chaos Gods into all of them giving him their powers, and then he went on a, I guess you can say, campaign to basically become a god. He was worshipped by ancient civilizations, both Xenos and humans, and he's kind of working in the shadows to basically attain strength and become stronger than the gods themselves. So, really interesting lore. One of my favorite models from back in the day, as you can see here. There wasn't anything wrong with the model, I just thought it was just a bit too small. And then GW comes around and shows us this. Brand new sculpt, amazing sculpt for that matter, and I couldn't be happier. Now in this Warhammer community article, which I've got linked down in the description, basically they give us a little bit more insight as to what this bad Mamma Jamma can do. So they tell us about the Blade of Shadows, which has two types of attacks, a sweeping strike and a piercing strike, and this is very reminiscent as to what like the big bads of 40k can do. Like Mortarion Scythe has this type of abilities, so we can kind of assume he's going to be on that same level playing field, but I don't think he could take on Primarchs just yet. But anyway, the Blade of Shadows, the sweeping strike ability, is a melee type attack with strength being that of the user, AP -3, dealing 1 damage. And the best thing about the sweeping strike is that it doesn't hit hard, but it hits a lot. Because each time that you attack with this weapon, you make 2 hit rolls instead of the 1. So if you're being kind of bombarded by a squad of like orc boys, or there's a bunch of hordes you want to take out, sweeping strike is your go-to. Now with the piercing strike, that's when you're trying to crack open tanks, take on monstrous creatures, that kind of thing. With this one, again, range and type is melee, strength is a whopping +4, AP is -4, and here's the best part, damage is D3 +3, so potential of 6 damage with each attack with this. And there's more. The ability for this piercing strike is that each time an attack is made with this weapon, invulnerable saves cannot be made against that attack. Terminators, screw you. Any character really has some type of invuln save. So piercing strike is going to be the holy grail of attacks to take out these characters. Because a lot of people rely on their invuln saves, usually be in the 5+ or a 4-up. Take that away, and you're probably making their save a 6-up if they do have a 2-up save. So chances are you're going to be dealing a lot of damage to these guys, and they're not going to be liking it. So right off the bat, we see how much of a powerhouse Be'lakor can be. Now that's just on the offensive. When we look at what he has to basically survive is his Immortal Vigor. This model has a 4-up invuln save, and each time that a ranged attack is made against this model, they must subtract 1 from the attack's wound roll. Really good. Really good, because anytime, like, wounds are not fun. Because if you lose a wound, then you're going to be taking X amount of damage. So it's always best to save your wounds and then not worry about the damage. Because oftentimes, like let's say you get hit with the last cannon and you have 2 shots go through and you save both of them, you don't have to worry about D6 damage. Now, say 1 goes through, now potentially if you have some type of like feel no pain shenanigans, you got more dice to roll, and that's not fun. So Immortal Vigor, really great. But I think the cherry on top is his shadow form. For each time an attack is made against this model, your opponent cannot re-roll the hit roll. Also, each time an attack is made against this unit, subtract 1 from that attack's hit roll. Even better, because now he's got like a 2-fold defense. So enemies attacking him hit at -1, and they don't get any rerolls. So let's say a squad of Terminators with a Terminator captain comes in charging. First of all, they think they're the shit, because obviously they got Thunder Hammers and Storm Shields, and obviously Terminators have invuln saves. Well, if they charge you first, they're going to be hitting on -2, because obviously Thunder Hammers are at -1. And you would think they would mitigate that because you've got the captain giving rerolls. Nope. Shadow form says, F you, aura rerolls. You ain't hitting me today. And those few hits that do go through, they're going to be having a tough time to wound, because now you're subtracting 1 from that attack's wound roll. So say they would be wounding on 4s, nope, now they might be wounding on 5s. Really, really great, really survivable, and it's good because Be'lakor has been around for a long time, so he has survived a lot. Tabletop wise, when you look at the model, it's big. The wingspan is big. It is a centerpiece model for your army, and because of that, it is going to be a bullet magnet. So be sure to have basically your entire opponent's army shoot at this guy and try to take him down, just because he's going to catch their eye, and obviously that's going to be red alert for them. So shadow form, Immortal Vigor, definitely love what they do to him. So those Terminators and that captain that charged them from before, they didn't kill him. Now it's his time to strike back. And the best way to do it is, again, with that piercing strike attack from his Blade of Shadows. So really good on the offensive, really good on the defensive. Overall, I'm loving it. This model looks badass, plays badass, and I can't wait until he is unveiled and available to be purchased, because I definitely want this guy. Yeah, scenic base with like the dead Marine. I can't ask for more, honestly. But let me know what you guys think. Will you be copping this guy? Obviously, he is an HQ choice for the Chaos Demons Codex, but you can always ally him with like Chaos Space Marines, like detachments and whatnot. Or you can just play him as like a Demon Prince, just not using the rules of Be'lakor. Or do whatever. Hey, it's 40k, right? As long as your opponent agrees to it, it's alright. Except tournaments. You gotta be more strict with tournaments. But anyway, that's my thoughts. That's the video on Be'lakor. A+ all around for me. Like I said in the previous video I did on this guy, 2 thumbs up. GW's doing a really great job with him. Now, the only thing that would make things better is if he appears in one of those amazing 40k animations that GW has ready for us all. But anyway, that's what I got for today. Thank you for listening. If you guys like what we do, you can always support us by hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button, or going over to our Patreon page, where a simple $1 a month helps us bring you 40k videos each and every day. I'm the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and that's all I got. Peace.